know, every year we consider, is the form good, the format right? Should we go inside? What if it rains? Should it be black tie? But we always come back to the Beardsley Zoo where 1,200 people gather for this event. And where better to have an environmental celebration than under the stars in the heart of nature, sharing the space with God's creatures and the turtles and the peacocks and the wolves and the tigers. So here we are. Good evening. Senator Blumenthal, Commissioner Klee, and Vice Chairman Bukowski, ladies and gentlemen, and of course our award recipients this evening. Welcome to the 6th Annual Aquarion Water Company Environmental Champion Awards presentation. Some of you may not be aware that our search for environmental champions is a statewide program. We searched the state of Connecticut, and this evening we will present awards in 4 categories: one for business, one for nonprofit, one adult, and one student. These are phenomenal awards to phenomenal people and organizations, and now on to the program. The importance of this award helps frame the many people and the many organizations who accomplish so many vital and environmentally sustainable tasks. And at Aquarion, we take our environmental stewardship seriously, and we know others throughout the state do as well. And so this evening, we'll recognize some of our true environmental leaders for the great things they're doing. And I have the great honor and pleasure to introduce to you our United States Senator Richard Blumenthal. Senator Blumenthal has a bio that goes on for many pages, but I'm not going to go there. I can tell you, however, that there is no better friend to the environment than our Senator Blumenthal. He's an incredible supporter of environmental programs and environmental stewardships, and he has been here every year that we've had this, and this is the 6th. So, ladies and gentlemen, our Senator from Connecticut, Richard Blumenthal.
Thank you so much, Chuck. Chuck Frilot is one of the great advocates for environmental stewardship, and his company is really front and center in the trenches, literally in the trenches, defending and advancing the cause of cleaner air, cleaner water, the pristine and precious values of our environmental resources. And they're the water company. They care about water, but they care about people even more than water. And we all depend on clean water and all that goes into making our water clean, which includes our air and our soil and our sound. Everything about Fairfield County and Connecticut that is so extraordinarily and profoundly important are safeguarded by the Aquarion company. So I want to just begin by thanking you very sincerely, and all of your staff, all of the organization that does so much for our environment. Thank you very much, Chuck, and thank you, Aquarion. I have this great honor, and I'm not sure why I'm the one to do it, because we have really great people. Commissioner Klee is here, Jack Bukowski of the state as well, Pura, is with us, and both of them are great advocates, and others among you who are here tonight, and thank you very much for joining us. But I'm going to begin by asking Dave Smith of Pratt & Whitney, who is Director of Environment, Health, and Safety, to please join me on stage, if you would. Now, I know a lot about Pratt & Whitney. I'm on the Armed Services Committee. Pratt & Whitney makes the engines that are essential to not only the commercial aircraft you fly, but the fighter planes that keep our military men and women safe and make them more effective. They do serious, really important stuff for our national security and defense. And I work very closely with this company. I've come to admire their management, and everybody who works for them, they have a skilled workforce that is second to none. You can't produce those engines with folks who are amateurs. They are skilled and professional. But they also care about our environment, and they care about safety, and they care about health, and that's why this gentleman is so important and why I admire what he does so much. As you know, Pratt & Whitney has put sustainability at the core of its aerospace business to drive positive climate performance and create wealth, but also create competitive advantage, reduce risk, and create a stable ecosystem that increase both ecological and corporate value. It plans to double that engine production over the next 5 to 10 years, but it's not backing away in the least from its sustainability goals. These include reducing greenhouse gas emissions and water consumption by 80%. 80%. That is a big number, right? Compared to 2000 levels, as well as moving toward zero landfill waste. To date, Pratt & Whitney has cut air emissions by 36% and water use by 72%. The water savings from manufacturing processes alone equate to savings of about 1 billion gallons of water. It also recycles 61% of its waste generated. The company is putting 30,000 pounds of paper into the recycling stream each month, and then using the resulting products back in its own plants and offices. To put that into perspective, 30,000 pounds is about the weight of a city bus. That's how much it's recycling, and the equivalent of 156 trees. So this approach saves about 64,000 gallons of water each year, the equivalent of 3,700 showers lasting 8 minutes each. I'm giving you all of these numbers because I happen to think they're very important. And I think Pratt & Whitney also ought to be saluted because this past April it hosted the first Sustainable Manufacturing Forum. And that forum included statewide leaders so that they could describe the gains that their companies are making and what they are doing to inspire each other and also maybe inject a little bit of competitiveness into it. And Commissioner Klee also participated in that forum, and attendees were able to network and compare each other's accomplishments. Pratt & Whitney also turned Earth Day into an event that reaches deep into communities. In East Hartford, for example, and around the world, employees have focused on improving sustainability both in the workplace and at home. I am really proud to congratulate Pratt & Whitney on these accomplishments. They're not just 1 year. It's being saluted this year. They're not just 1 quarter or 1 year. It's a long-term strategic plan. Pratt & Whitney is doing for the environment what it does for our national defense. Tries to do better every year, every product, and that's the kind of long-term strategy that will eventually become a tradition, not just for Pratt & Whitney, but for the rest of our defense industry as well. Congratulations to Pratt & Whitney, and thank you for all your great work.
Thank you very much, Senator Blumenthal, and to the Aquarion Company and Chuck for this honor. It's truly an honor for us as an organization at Pratt to be recognized for this, and the Senator noted many of the things that we have been able to, fortunately, accomplish, and it really is the philosophy, it's the commitment of our leadership where we see sustainability as one of the key cornerstones of how we do business. We are proud to introduce new product into aviation including our new gear turbofan engine, which has significant reductions in noise, in greenhouse gas emissions. Those we're very proud of, but we also are keenly interested and dedicated to making sure that in our operations, that those activities and those same focus and reductions are also implemented, and we look for opportunities to share with other organizations. So once again, it is an honor for us to be recognized for this, and again, to the Senator, thank you very much, and to the Aquarion Company for bestowing this upon us. On behalf of Pratt Whitney, I'd like to say thank you to everyone.
Thank you. Yes, thank you. Let me give you one other thing. I also have for each of the honorees a certificate of recognition from the Senate of the United States in honor of each of these awardees. Just to put you at ease, they were passed overwhelmingly by a bipartisan majority. And we don't do that all that often. So it was approved overwhelmingly, and all kidding aside, I'm very proud to give you this, Dave.